Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you the Canon PowerShot SX40HS. This is the latest super zoom camera to be launched from Canon. If you look at the camera front and back in terms of build quality, size and weight, it's very similar to other Canon and Nikon DSLRs in the market. Everything in this super zoom camera is designed to mimic the build of a DSLR. So you have your thumb rest, you have your mode dial, your click wheel, you even have this imitation lens release button right here, even though this is a fixed lens. Let's have a look at the LCD. Now Canon has opted for a 180-degree flip open LCD, which can also be rotated 270 degrees this way. Okay, and just snap it in place. Put that on auto mode there. If you turn on the camera, the first thing you'll notice is the lens. This lens is a 35x zoom lens, which gives you a range of 24 to 840 mm. That's pretty much wide to telephoto. At 24 mm you get an aperture of 2.8, and at 840 it goes down to 5.8, but that's pretty good for macro shots. I'm just going to zoom that out for you so you have a look at how far it can go. So that's 840 mm. You can see that's quite big. You can increase the zoom further. This is optical zoom. You can increase it to digital zoom. That would go up to 140x, but then you would compromise on the image quality. So let's just have a look at the modes that are available. The modes are pretty much again the same as that you would find on a Canon DSLR. So what you have here are two custom modes. That's quite interesting. You can preset you can preset functions that you would use regularly. If you want to preset your ISO and your white balance and your aperture, you could do that, and you could just shoot on hand. That's pretty convenient. You also have a manual mode, an aperture priority mode, shutter priority mode, program mode, auto mode, sport, scenes, filters, and a standard mode. The dial pad here, this is like a control pad, and it's very similar to other Canon DSLRs as well, because you have all your controls on hand, and it's really easy to tweak your controls if you need to fast. So you have your focus mode, macro, standard, your exposure, your ISO, and the timer. Now let's just have a look at some of the scene modes that are on hand. So I just press the function button, that brings up the menu. You have your usual bunch: portrait, landscape, and movie digest that would take a clip before you take every photo, stitch assist for panorama, snow, beach, fireworks, etc. If you have a look at your filters, now these are really fun, and I think they're becoming really popular on a lot of point-and shoots, and it's quite wise to incorporate that on a super zoom. So here you have your black and white, super vivid, poster effect, color accent where you highlight just one color in a otherwise black and white frame, color swap, you can change colors around, fisheye effect, miniature effect, etc. Let's also have a look at the video recording capabilities of this camera. Now this camera shoots in 1080p Full HD. You could record in most of the scene and color accent modes that there are. You could record in most of the scene and the magic filters that there are on the camera. So for example, if I want to shoot a video in black and white, I can just go ahead right there and start shooting, and there it is recording. In the middle of my video, if I want to take a snapshot of something, I just focus, take that photo, and it doesn't really interrupt the video much. It just goes on recording. So that's quite cool. In terms of picture quality, I was quite happy with the macro images. Even at full zoom, there wasn't any visible fringing on the edges. It's okay at low light. ISO will only go up to about ISO 3200. You don't have a massive ISO range, and you do get a little bit of grain after ISO 1600. Apart from that, it's a pretty good camera, except probably for the price. It's priced at close to 29,000 rupees. which is almost on par with DSLRs like the Nikon 3100. So I think a lot of consumers might be hesitant to buy that. Apart from that, it is one of the best super zoom cameras in the market, I feel right now. And it's probably a good shot for an amateur photographer who doesn't want to invest in lenses. Okay, thank you. That's all from now. This is Ketki from SmartBuy.